Good evening, folks. This is Deb Delapiana. I've had a long day today. I've had a long day today at the hardware store. I'm going to take it easy tonight, but I thought we could spend a few minutes together just talking about the utter fucking lunacy of voting Republican in the midterms. I'm not going to put up any articles. I've got them all, but I got notes. So let's start, okay? Just if you think that what you're seeing here in America is normal or the way things should be in a, civilized nation, or if you think this is the way things have always looked at election time, there's something wrong with you, okay? So let's talk about some of the people you may be voting for. First, let's start with Christina Caramo. We feature her on our website. Christina's running for Secretary of State in Michigan. And she was caught on a hot mic saying that Democrats drink the blood of children and that during abortions, they harvest baby organs and sell them because they can make a lot of money that way. That must be the way they're funding their campaign. Of course, it doesn't matter to Christina that a baby's organs aren't fully formed and really don't do any good to anybody for anybody in the medical community, because Christina Caramo is a Republican, and that automatically makes them allergic to facts and science. So that's your Secretary of State. She'll be responsible for the elections in Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, let's talk about Tudor Dixon, who's running against Gretchen Whitmer. Now, we know that all of the Republicans like to walk around blaming Gretchen Whitmer for what happened in Flint with the water, but Gretchen Whitmer wasn't even in politics then. That was Rick Snyder. They got that wrong. That was a Republican who caused that problem. Rick Snyder, remember that name? I know that because, in fact, he was supposed to be a visiting teacher at Harvard, and I believe after that little scenario, they dumped him, and rightfully so. But Tudor Dixon is out there floating the idea that the Democrats want to, quote, topple the U.S. in retaliation for losing the Civil War. Wait a minute. We won the fucking Civil War. We won the Civil War. The Democrats didn't lose the Civil War. The Confederates lost the fucking Civil War. See, that's lost on these people too, because we have Doug Mastriano walking around to political rallies in a fucking Confederate Army uniform. They're the ones that don't fucking get it. It isn't the Democrats. And speaking of Michigan, one other thing. Do you think it's fucking normal that a militia, a right-wing militia, was going to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer and do her bodily harm for protecting the public health during COVID? Do you think that's fucking normal? Do you think it's normal to take wearing a mask and being locked down for a couple of weeks when we have a killer pandemic? You think that's a normal response to plan on going to her vacation home and shooting it up and taking her hostage? You think that's fucking normal? What the fuck is this? A fucking banana republic? It's the United States of America, you fucking clowns. Mike Lindell just caught a whiff of him on fucking Twitter. Mike Lindell now wants everyone to know that he has got cameras watching the voting machines in every single county, in every single state of the union. And he has, quote, cyber guys who could look inside the voting machines in real time to see if the Democrats are flipping votes. That's going to be one of the most illogical, fucking off the chain rants he has had, and he has had some doozies. You think that's normal for Mike Lindell to do that? I think they need to put him in my straitjacket and send him somewhere. How about this one? The nitwits on Twitter. I've actually blocked a couple this week because I don't want to argue anymore over Ashley Babbitt and the insurrection. Now they're alleging that this is the only insurrection that hasn't had any weapons. Well, I got some bad news for you. Derek Chauvin's knee was a fucking weapon. It killed George Floyd. You can have hands that are lethal weapons, but certainly stealing a policeman's baton or a pole, using a pole and beating people to within an inch of their lives, those are lethal weapons. Bear spray and other chemicals are lethal weapons. And somebody left fucking bombs. They're still looking for him. But by the way, it was revealed in the last J6 hearing that there is police and Secret Service audio about people in trees with AR-15. So please spare me this crap, okay? And someone said to me, how do I know that Ashley Babbitt didn't want to use the bathroom? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just get 10,000 of my closest friends to break down the fucking inner chamber of the Senate so I can take a piss. Get a clue, people. If you're voting for these people, there's something wrong with you. We have another candidate, a Democratic candidate that was knocked out in his fucking driveway by someone who doesn't want him to run. And this is the third time that he has been assaulted in some way. He came home one night and found a brick thrown through his window, and he also found his door graffitied another time. You think this is normal? When someone's a legislator and their husband at 82 years old is savagely attacked with a hammer by a right-winger who has been tied to extremist content on his blogs and on social media. If you think it's normal for people like, Donald Trump Jr. and the rest of the GOP to start alleging that Paul Pelosi was in some kind of homosexual, relationship with this guy that went wrong, simply because Paul Pelosi was sleeping in bed with his underwear on. Then Fox started spreading the rumor that the assailant only had underwear on, which was a fucking lie, and which has since been debunked. And we also now know that this guy was on a suicide mission, and he had other legislators all lined up. What the fuck is wrong with you people? And you expect these people to solve the economic problems by installing fascism here? Am I right? Is that what you're thinking? What the hell is wrong with you? This country has lost its collective fucking marbles. It really has. None of this is normal. None of this is everyday life. This is off the chain shit. We are facing full-on fucking fascism. Let's forget Carrie Lake for the moment. Dr. Oz thinks that Pennsylvania is on the coastline. Herschel Walker says that Raphael Warnock can't do the job. He's been doing it already. He can't do the job, but I can do the job, said Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, how many kids does he have hidden? And now we have, another woman coming forward about an abortion. How long is it going to take for people to understand for the GOP is a bad joke and fucking Herschel Walker is a horrible punchline? Herschel Walker can't even form a fucking sentence, let alone act like a fucking senator. Folks, you have a fucking choice here. And any of you people who are talking about the economy being more important than democracy ought to take a look at Brazil. The people are all over the streets today celebrating the fact that Jair Bolsinaro lost and Lula is back in power because they had enough of Bolsonaro's fascist bullshit. Bolsonaro, by the way, who was a fascist dictator endorsed by the president of the free world, Donald Trump. Who does that? What country's leader, what democratic country's leader endorses a fascist? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The GOP endorsed the fascist in Italy, too. Are you awake at all? I'm going to suggest to you, you might want to wake up between now and next fucking Tuesday. I'll talk to you all later.